all about, right?
Yes.
Go big or go bold or go home, because we don't want to mess around today. All right, you ready to take the reins?
Okay. Yes.
Okay, the bad puns, I promise, they'll end right here, but this is probably one of my first looks at your collection, and when I saw this before the show, I just fell in love. If you love horses, if you love that wonderful symbol of strength and power and freedom and tradition, boy, this was such an important animal to the Native Americans.
This is, and still is to this day too as well. What you see here is a pair of earrings that was made by Mike Smith. He's been silversmithing since he was 19 years old, and for horses, for Native Americans, they've been our friend. They've been guides who have taken us back home when we needed to get back, and just led us on hunting raids and things like that. And
this really changed the way of life.
Yes,
for Native Americans,
especially for the horses. It's running wild out in Arizona. Every single day, I would see horses that would come each and every springtime, and I would call them tribes too as well. They would come down the mountains, and they come running, and you could just see the freedom that they have. You know, they're happy. You can see the little horses that come out, the newborns. You know, the little kids around the reservation that I'm from. They would go and just run and play with the horses. You see them being dragged through the field, and later on they'd be riding the horses. But yet they show respect too, as well as when they're done, to let them go back to the parents, and the parents come around, and so the parents know, who's who on the reservation, because they come to a certain place to feed.
They
recognize. It's so beautiful. You see palominos of different colors, and so you can hear them coming. It's like thunder, coming, and you see a big cloud of dust, and they just run back and forth. So it's just beautiful to see them.
It just must be breathtaking.
It is.
To be there and to see these wild forces of nature. But they've always symbolized the symbol of freedom, and maybe there's a little wild horse inside you. Maybe you love this mythical and magical creature. Look at the amount of detail on these earrings. It starts with a giant turquoise. Again, that's all mined in America. That's an 11 by 14 triangular Kingman turquoise turquoise stone at the top. And then you have this articulation, so you've got a separate component, and that's the horse design. That is like a sculpture. Look at the detail. You can see the majestic mane. You can see it flowing and waving in the wind, the hair that goes all the way down to the very bottom. You can see the expression in his eye. You can see the sculpture and the shape of the face and the proud chest and the way that they face inward. So it is a true pair. You're wearing these, I'm wearing these. And have you ever worn a pair of earrings that just makes you smile, that makes you feel like this really symbolizes maybe how you feel today, or maybe where you're going in the future, or maybe just a little reminder to take a breath, take that next step, maybe a little sense of adventure? This is such a powerful animal, and I know if you love animals as much as I do, you love watching them, of course, in the wild. There's still wild horses today, and a lot of them are, we don't know how long we'll have wild horses, living here in the U.S. This is something I think is going to be such a great symbol if you have a free spirit.
It is, and especially for horses, they say they don't know the difference between good and evil, and since you being the rider, you're the one who guides them in the right direction. And also for the piece of turquoise, they say that for the turquoise, it's supposed to protect you and the horse as well on your journey to a good life.
Oh my gosh, and we are on a journey to sell out. So let me lead you toward the good news, which is we have 2 dozen left. If you're calling right now or placing your order, we can get you involved in that wild